Hi there, students. To set out your stall, to set out one's stall. Well, here the word stall refers to a market stall. In a market, you have a table, and that table is your stall, or your position within in a market where you sell from. So each in a street market, each vendor has a stall. So if you set out your stall, you literally put your everything ready in order to sell. But this we're using metaphorically. We use this to mean either to state your position clearly. So the politician set out his stall in order to become the next president of the United States. So he's publicly declared that he wants to do this. He's put his position clearly to the people. He's put the apparatus or his candidature forward for people to see. So it's to make all of the arrangements, the plans you need to show that you're going to do something. To make your position publicly clear about an idea. This politician has clearly set out his stall for the ecologists. Okay, so he's made it clear to everyone his position with respect to the ecologists, that he supports them. Okay, it's to prove your motivation to do something, to get everything ready, or to make a declaration of intent. So you put out your stall. If you want to sell things in a market, you've got to put out your stall. Once you put out your stall, you find out if people want to buy your product. So you're showing your intentions, you're showing your beliefs in a very clear and determined way. By winning the first match in the competition, the British team have set out their stall to win the competition overall. Okay, they've made a clear explanation or a clear declaration of their intent. Yeah, they're making their position very clear in this. So to set out your stall, this you could also use to mean to show off your attributes, your abilities, in order to convince someone that you're suitable. So if you have a job interview, this is a place to set out your stall to the interviewers. So maybe you're going for a job teaching English, and you need to set out your stall. You need to demonstrate to the interviewers or to the potential employer by giving them an example of what you would do, or making a presentation to them. So if you're making a presentation to someone, you are setting out your stall. You're trying to convince them of your suitability for the job. Okay, so it's showing your stuff. You're strutting your stuff. You're setting up shop. Yeah, and the stall is your market stall where you sell, particularly fruit and vegetables. A fruit and veg stall in a market. But there are all sorts of stalls in markets. Okay, so you set up your stall. You are showing people that you are determined to achieve something, that you're going to try and do it, that this is what you want to do. Okay, I think this is a British expression, though. I don't think the Americans know it. But but to set out your stall. So literally you are putting your stall in position, but we're using it metaphorically to show your intentions, to state your abilities. The politicians were setting out their stalls for the coming election. Each one is explaining their position to the public, to publicly make clear their position. So I think the debates for the presidential candidates, or the candidates for different parties, this gives the politicians a chance to set out their stall, to put all of the things in position. And this is the idea of setting out your stall. Okay, so to set out your stall, to effectively get ready to sell, or be ready to sell, or to start to sell. But you can use this in a wide range of different metaphorical situations. So now, next question, formality. I would give this a 4.5 in formality. I think it's quite a nice metaphor, but I wouldn't use it in anything very formal. So informal or semi-formal, spoken or written. And remember again, this is a British phrase, it's not an American one, so I'm not sure the Americans would understand this. And the origin, well, yeah, you are setting out your stall, you are opening shop, if you like. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Set out your stall.